Isn't this a great song? It's nice and relaxing and sweet. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about something that's not as sweet and pretty. A friend of mine posted this on Facebook, and he's talking about, you know how we all love to talk about the weather? You know, there is my buddy posted this. He's talking about, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger actually spending money, he's talking about pollution. He said pollution kills more people every year than wars, car accidents, and homicides combined. So we have the Schwarzenegger talking about how bad it is, and it's bogus, and it's bullshit. And I'm like, you know what's weird? In America, we love to talk about the weather, and we love to talk about the problems in other countries. In fact, yesterday I read that we give $38 billion to the Israel nation. And I'm thinking, you know, I think the Jews are doing okay. You know, and I made a video about that. I'm like, you know, I think they're doing aight, dog. I mean, and then I Googled the CEO of Goldman Sachs, and then I was like, you know, isn't it interesting that, you know, we kind of have a Jewish state here. It's called the banking system, and you can't even say that because people think that you're an anti-Semite if you say things like Madoff and how the big banks are run by a singular race. And then yet on top of that, we're giving $38 billion to the country of Israel. Here we go. And then my buddy, he's upset about climate shit. And even here's another person that pisses me off, is Bill Gates' wife. And, you know, she's doing all this work for other countries. And I'm like, does anybody want to, like, she wants to, like, help other women in other countries. And I'm the first to say, like, dude, America, for all of its problems, America has, you know, this is a good country. It's a great country. I love this country. But it's so weird how we have all these celebrities that want to fix the weather. They want to fix other countries. We want to give $38 billion to other nations that really don't even need it. And yet, here Fibonojji's the guy talking about homelessness. And homelessness is, I guess it's not one of those cool things to talk about. It's not, I guess because it requires so much accountability, because wherever you are in this watching this video, whether you're in LA or San Diego, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Colorado Springs, Durango, Washington, D.C., wherever you're at, you're going to find homeless people. And I think that bothers us on some level. It's because we want to talk about this ethereal problem up in the sky, but we don't want to feed our own brother. So here are some cold, hard facts from 2006, because I saw my buddy's post and I thought, you know, well, what are the statistics on homelessness? And I read that the average age of a person to die is 50 years old. 50 years old. It says today non-homeless Americans can expect to live to 78. So think of that. If you come down with this homeless thing, if you come down with homelessness, it can shave nearly 30 years off your life. Why? Because disease and illness are 3 to 6 times higher for those that are homeless. For things that really we've already taken care of, like tuberculosis, influenza, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, hypertension. It says homeless people suffer the same illnesses that people with homes, but at a rate of 3 to 6 times higher. I thought this was interesting. Homeless people die from illnesses that could be treated and prevented. Crowded, poorly ventilated living conditions found in shelters promote the spread of communicable diseases. And I thought this was so interesting. He talks about physical health conditions such as heart problems or cancers are more likely to lead to an early death for a homeless person. And it's because they have a difficulty getting rest, maintaining medications, eating well, staying clean, and staying warm. And sometimes these can exacerbate an underlying issue. You know, this channel, I want to send light and love. I want to talk about the things that are important to me. So let me show you what it really looks like. I went to Craigslist. This is kind of where I'm hanging out. A buddy of mine's given me a house to stay in. Thank God I have a house. And this is a friend I just kind of know but don't really know. And he was good enough to give me a warm bed and coffee. And so I can't overstate that. But this is today, or this is December 6th. Veterans, these are people going homeless. People with children, please help. Rent, $250. You know, I don't know what the specific number is, but a lot of times people think homelessness is a $10,000 solution. You know, for some people, the solution could literally be $50. It could be $5. It could be that next meal. It could be, there are so many practical ways that we could take care of people that can't afford housing. There's so many practical ways. And I've been homeless. I mean, I'm probably the very few YouTubers that's documented his journey. And I've documented it because I'm a parent. And if for some reason something happened to me, I would want my story told and how it all started with a civil case where I lost my children and I had to fight so rigorously to keep my children that I ended up losing my business. And then I lost my business. And what's weird is I saw an America that I didn't really want to see. I saw an America that I realized that, man, going homeless is, when you lose money in America, it's almost like you're shamed in how people treat you. And specifically, how men are treated who don't have money. It's really weird that we live in a country that having money, the way people treat you when you don't have it. And you see a different side of people. You see the dark side of people. You see people who are like, you are in a down place in life, and I could treat you as a slave, or I could treat you as a subhuman. You know, I saw this, and I'll close out on this, because which groups of people, men, middle-aged men, and young homeless women are at particular risk, and for different reasons. Notice middle-aged men. Who leads that? #MRA. And we have to fix our civil and criminal systems to protect middle-aged men. And see, young women, they don't have a problem getting housing. They have a problem with safety. So notice homelessness, and this is so sad because I have to tag on how homelessness affects young women, because nobody really gives a fuck about homeless men. All right, there's Fibonojji. I promise you tomorrow, my jokes are going to be funny. And I'm going to be all full of cool information, and I'm going to show you all kinds of interesting things in this world. And this world is full of beautiful, beautiful things. And I would give nothing for my journey. But I want to be honest about, seriously, 30 years. Homelessness can shave 30 years off your life. Can you imagine the uproar? If there was a condition that women lost 10 years off their life if they caught it, holy shit, homelessness would be fixed tomorrow. Oh, you don't like homeless stuff? All right. Let's just talk about the weather and the economy. And let me tell you how the government is a part of the problem with homelessness. See that? You guys be good. Email me, Americana417@gmail.com. Follow me at Fibonojji. Share this content. Thank you for taking this journey with me.